funny because I don't know what else to listen to no more.
You and me both. That is so funny.
And I love music though, and this is not music.
No, it's not.
I don't know what this is. This is just straight something just to make everybody brainless because that's all. It's no meaning behind it.
Look, you said alien music. It's some stuff I can't understand.
That's it
don't make no sense.
Them kids violent.
It don't make no sense.
The music now excites violence, very much so.
Yeah.
Like violent. Straight, no sugarcoating it.
Right.
Just
flat
violence.
out. Right.
Just violence. Nothing else. It don't tell them go to school, get your education. It don't say go, be great, take care of your family.
No.
Straight violence.
No.
No, just nothing. Nothing.
It's bad. Look, and like before it transitioned into this, at least the beats were still catchy.
Yeah, some of the
beats
They even
gave the beats away. I'm like,
listen, I literally started listening to songs just because of the beats.
Yeah.
Now this stuff make me so mad.
Yeah.
Because it sounds repetitive. Song after song sound the same.
Same thing.
Nothing unique about it. It ain't nothing like, I can play that. I don't care what it say, but I can play it because I like the beat.
There you go.
Yeah, this song's straight violent. These kids, it makes these kids violent, depressed, sad, and everything. These songs now play on their emotions so bad.
You are so right.
I don't think it teach them violence, how to do drugs, take drugs.
Look, can you imagine coming up like they are?
No, I don't want to imagine.
You get what I'm saying? Because that's just a whole different element. Because everyone around you is doing that.
And yes.
You
think it's cool.
You can't code.
Yeah, you can't. You be like, what's wrong? I'm depressed.
Exactly. You ain't got no responsibility. All you gotta do is wake up and go to school.
Wait, didn't you just go shopping yesterday?
Exactly.
Didn't you just go out
got them $200 shoes that you didn't have to you didn't earn. You didn't earn them.
Hello. Let me tell you, my son, my baby, he's the last one in the house.
Okay.
He's 17. He's gonna be 17 in June.
Wait, hold on. So how many do you have?
Just one.
Okay, I was going to say, because you don't even look like you have a 17-year-old.
Yes, I have a 17-year-old.
Okay,
yes,
so you have a young man.
I have a young man. Yes.
All right.
So, how my mama did us, we didn't have to work. And even though it was only her, she did not let us work. And then when I did finally work, she only let me work on the weekend.
Okay.
But mama never pressured us to get a job. She said, just go to school, get your education first.
Okay.
And worry about that. You got the rest of your life to work.
Right.
I told my son the same thing. He died of crying. Him and his daddy ganged up together. And when they got him a job, he started working. And he didn't like working. He did not like working.
And you don't want him to find that out too soon. Okay?
I kept trying to tell him this.
Yeah.
I kept trying to, you don't relax.
Yeah.
Relax. Because guess what? But once you start working, you ain't going to be able to stop.
What you say? It don't even work. It don't go like that.
And I told him, the things you think you need, you don't need.
Right.
All your necessity is taken care of. You're not wanting for anything.
Right.
Besides some bobos that's going to be out of style in a couple of weeks. But I told him.
Oh, my goodness.
I say, you don't want for anything. He have older siblings.
Okay.
So he's the baby of our house, but only one stays at home is his older brother.
Okay.
But everybody else is out the house.
Yeah.
But his older brother, he go to work. He goes to work. Ain't nobody sitting around here kicking the bubble around here. Everybody is doing something in here, sir.
I know that's right.
Everybody is doing something in here, sir.
No. Look, because when you're grown, it's different. And like you said, just wait till your time comes.
I'm trying to give him that. He won a job. He got with his daddy. But he teamed up. They teamed up.
But check it out. He's almost at the point where it's not going to be a choice.
It's what I keep, trying to let him, And
she said they teamed up, girl.
Yeah, they teamed up on me.
Girl.
His daddy want to put down his authority. You know what? Cool. I'm not taking you to work. I never took him to work.
Okay.
I never took him to work. Never. I think I picked him up one time, but I never took him.
Look, what you say, you ain't being a part of it.
I'm not a part of it because I told you. What does daddy have to do? Daddy didn't fuss and fight with him about going to work because he didn't want to go to. I knew this. I knew
wow.
this. You understand? This is what I know. He didn't want a job. He thought it was cool.
Right. I mean, I get it. You know, a side of me gets it. I worked when I was in school.
I understand.
We want our own,
and I understand.
But that stuff is just not for everybody. Sometimes you need to take your, and if your parents is not on that, let it be.
But you know, we oh, I know
Yeah.
this. I know you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Cool by me, good sir.
Oh, wait, 17. He almost at a point where it's not a choice, is what I'm saying.
He
Like,
don't
he don't
understand.
understand.
But no, I think, you know what? I think he understand because he had got fired from the job.
Okay.
Right? But it was on account of me because he did something, and I was like, you know what? His daddy was out of town, and I was like, I'm not taking you to. Oh shit, crap, I'm talking.
Look, it's okay.
His daddy was out of town, and I was like, I'm not taking you to work. You know, you want something from me, but you can't do what I told you to do the first time. No, so
okay.
He probably got fired on the. It wasn't that why he got fired, but that was just okay. You know what?
Right.
Whatever. Because what he was doing, he was giving up his shifts.
Okay.
He was giving up his shifts, and he'll work one day.
Right.
And he was only working on.
So he wasn't taking all his hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they fired him on account of that, which they really didn't need him. So it was like.
Not a big deal.
It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, how did he take getting fired, though?
He didn't care.
Okay.
Because he didn't want to work.
Okay.
But this is what I told him. You didn't have to work.
Right.
You didn't have to work. Now, when you found out about working, you didn't want to do it no more. When you have to go to these people's job and listen to what they say.
Okay. All right.
Honey found out the hard way yesterday, and he did.
Because that's what a job is, man.
Yes, ma'am. And you have a wonderful day. Nice
Thank you so much.
with
Look, same here. And look, the more money they give you, the more